So what are the odds of my audio file getting corrupted in this?
Dude, hi.
There is a 0% chance of all of the audio and video of this podcast coming together to make one coherent episode.
Okay, well I can already tell you that messed up.
Oh, no! Do you need to set a timer for the camera?
Yeah, you should. 3, 2, 1, set the timer and...
Working on it.
3, 2, 1, start the timer.
You have to believe that you're on the come up. That's a big thing. That your projection overall is upward. You gotta believe that.
It's Nogi Neighbors. So come on in. It's time for another episode with your best friends. I got the flavor. Think we should dive right in. We'll spit facts about gold plaques and high level competition. Look back on old footage, maybe see what we missing. Kick back and train hard is the way that we living. Talk smack and stay humble, having fun on a mission. Big top pressure is the reason why you submitting. Yes sir. Steady pushing forward, no setbacks. Just a couple low belts soon to turn black. And if you hating, better stop that. Cause it's the Nogi Neighbors podcast. White belt.
Welcome to the Nogi Neighbors. We're here with Mr. Luke Church Claunch.
As seen on PGF and
The last season of the PGF, it was awesome. How the hell are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
We're doing great. That's right.
We thought we weren't going to get you in the PGF, but you got in there last minute. Team level for life.
Yeah, team level for life. I'd love to check out their stuff. Unfortunately, we live in God's country, the Bible Belt, which just so happens to be, set a little bit too tight, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
We're never gonna get out. We're all just walking around, our pants are too tight. Never gonna have children.
That's keeping us from getting to X Marshall.
Yeah, no, level.
Level. My bad.
The mushroom brand.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. I got lost somewhere.
Yeah, you've got to go to the gas station and buy that God's Abomination.
Well, see,
Delta 8.
I wasn't on team level, so
Man, I tell you what, that God's Abomination Delta 8, it is God's Abomination.
Yeah, it's a gross perversion of the beautiful plant we all know as marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you're sitting there smoking that. I've never smoked anything, drank anything in my entire life. But, dude, it tastes like straight gasoline.
I think it is straight gasoline. It tastes, even in gummy form, going in, it feels like gasoline.
Yeah.
And then walking around, I feel like I drank gasoline.
What about coming out?
What do you mean?
You said going in. I thought.
Oh, coming out, man, you're never getting out.
On the way out.
You're never getting out of it. That's for sure. It follows you for the next day. You got to drive to work.
Gotcha.
Anyway,
It's definitely not as safe. I heard they use harmful chemicals to make the Delta 8. This is a jiu-jitsu podcast, and we're sitting here talking about roasting our brains.
It's a 10th planet jiu-jitsu.
That's how every jiu-jitsu podcast starts. It wouldn't be a jiu-jitsu podcast if you didn't start it off about that.
No, but anyway, yeah, we did have the PGF. It was fun. It was maybe a week or two ago. Insane. What did you think whenever it ended? Were you just like, finally, just so excited it was over, and now you can actually enjoy what you just did?
Yeah, I was sick all week. Every single day, I was just so nervous about my matches to come, just because of, the lineup. This is not it ain't your mama's Naga.
No.
No, it ain't.
The only difference is that your mom's gonna actually be at this Naga. There's no she's gonna actually be at this one. Mom never comes to Naga. You never bring her there unless you're not gonna be in the game for much longer. She'll be like, I don't like you being over there. You're gonna get hurt.
Yeah. Well, my first jiu-jitsu tournament was a Naga, and obviously it was my first tournament.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was like a football game.
Okay.
And so I brought everybody that you could even consider to be in my family tree.
Yeah.
Ticket sales through the roof.
Yeah, and if you go back and you listen to the audio of my first tournament,
Get him!
Yeah, all you hear is get him, Luke! 30 people just
Get up, stand
screaming.
up. Is this the one that you have the Instagram post for?
Oh, I don't know.
Was this on Halloween? Did you
Yeah,
get? Is
yeah,
this the
this
one
is
you
a
double
Halloween
golded
one.
on? You double golded on, I think, or
I think I got bronze in absolute, but I definitely golded my first.
okay. Well, yeah, that was an awesome. That was awesome. That was just. I remember just waking up one day and seeing all that. I was like, oh my god, church just went crazy. It was so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was nerve wracking. The PGF was nerve wracking. I was nervous. I was tired as hell, just every day. And then even when I would I'd make myself lay down because I know I was never gonna sleep correctly, because I knew the next day I was gonna have to fight more. And that was I almost love it. I had some dreams after that where I was just constantly in the bullpen. Oh, you're up next. I was like, ugh, you got to go fight Elijah like 20 times. That's how it felt. that's how the dream felt. But otherwise, it was pretty awesome. But afterwards, you did. But afterwards, for me, I actually got to enjoy it and think, man, we just did something really awesome. The PGF and all that kind of stuff with Brandon and just all the people that we've been seeing for the past few years, and they all come together to make this one awesome thing. That's what I really liked about it.
Yeah, you really had grapplers from so many different gyms in the Southeast. It was a cool, even if it wasn't a tournament, it was just cool to have all those minds in one room,
Yeah.
especially on the finale day.
Yeah. You get to learn more things about different people that you usually wouldn't be able to. Like Zeke, big props to Zeke. Learned a lot about Zeke. We became good friends over the time. He was just, and to talk to somebody in between your matches that was just so not connected to it. So not really phased by it as much as all the athletes, I feel like was important for me.
Yeah, Zeke did keep me grounded. That's one thing he did. Because I, in between my matches, win or lose, you would go sit down and you would just be so in your head. And
yeah.
His just smiling face would be sitting right there.
Yeah.
That shiny head really got me through the week.
Oh
So
my
shout
God.
out Zeke.
It was dark in there. It was really, really cold the entire time.
Yeah.
Every day it was cold. You could have saw Travis. He was the one I feel like he was most affected. He was like this all day, just like this.
Well, he's got all that surface area because he's like 7 feet tall.
He is super
he definitely does not regulate the heat at all.
No, but either way, he went and did better than both of us. So who's to say?
Yeah.
Then he went to finishers. He had that flying triangle win
Most recently,
over the weekend.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
And then,
You saw that.
Here coming up, Travis Thomas. He's going to be in the 10PQ at LA at HQ, and he's going to be competing for that middleweight spot at CJJ Worlds.
That was a lot of acronyms that you just spit out.
Well, the 10th Planet community, the network, the system, they know.
Yeah.
But you can't expect that from a country bumpkin like church.
A lame.
Yeah, I can't expect that from a lame.
Yeah,
he's going to go compete for a shot to be on CJJ Worlds in Mexico. So
That's wild. And he's been training for like 2 years.
yeah, dude just showed up and then went off.
Pretty much, yeah. He's a real specimen. He did so good in the PGF, and man, he just so happened to, I think, what was it, 7 seconds of ride time that Kamoy beat him on?
Oh, I don't know. It was close.
It was really
like it was
close.
close.
And I was not disappointed at all. I feel like he did amazing. Travis did so good. I was really just surprised at Kamoy and his ability to, persevere.
Yeah.
In he had that really awesome submission of Maximus Jolly, and that was big. I did not expect that at all from him. For him to even have a truck game, really surprised.
That's one of his more common, that's one of those things he really likes, actually.
Yeah, crazy, because he's rated R Kamoy. You'd think he would be more my speed, but no, he's speeder.
I'm surprised we didn't see any Kimuras from him. When I look at that guy, I think Kimura.
Yeah. I'm not sure, but
No, I don't think triangles, and he's got that pretty slick little triangle setup. It's almost
does.
like
That was
mounted triangle Brandon throws, except he falls off and does it off to the side.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
It's nice.
It was ridiculous. We got through our regular week, or you got through your regular week. I got through my smaller week of matches in the PGF, and then he announced the Battle-Rama. I didn't know what the Battle-Rama was, and then and he said that you guys were in it, and I was like, man, I didn't get paid for the regular one, and I am for the regular season, and I'm like, and I was an alternate. I should be able to get in there. And then we got into we were gonna get into it, and eventually it became just me, you, Noah, and Alex Rodriguez, Noah Randolph, and Alex Rodriguez. And I was like, oh my gosh. To be honest, I was really nervous just because I was like, man, what if I have to go against Church? This is gonna be a hard ass round. Like, Jesus Christ, this is gonna be so hard. But it ended up being you and Noah. Yeah, that's a crazy one. That was a crazy one. I was surprised to see you went for the legs. I know you got what's his name with a leg lock.
Everyone,
Buddha.
All of my wins came from leg.
Yeah, Buddha. You got Lamar with a leg lock.
Yeah.
Nice.
Gibbs
with a leg lock.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, that dude. Did you get anybody with the crotch ripper?
No, I didn't.
He had that really big electric chair sweep on Gibbs that was like super clean, super crisp.
No, my match with Buddha was a big one for me because he took me out of the qualifier.
Oh,
So
yeah.
had to get it back.
And you-
try at least.
And you did. Oh, I could tell that was hurting him. I was just eating at him the next day. Yeah. I mean, it made a lot of people sort of open their eyes to our gym and and then they immediately started to close them as a part of the quintet.
Oh man, golly!
Yeah. Sorry, I had to
Dog.
Sorry about the quintet, guys. Man, we had Evan Stapler recently come to the gym on Thursday, and oh my God, he started bringing it up, and it started to kill me. Oh.
2 words, man.
Yeah, 10th Planet Atlanta's coming out with some crazy killers.
Kevin Buring.
Kevin Buring, purple belt. Just
He's another guy who's been training like 2 years, 3 years maybe.
Yeah, mop the floor with us for a little bit with some leg locks. Which is insane because he was going against some of the more heavy hitters from our gym, you know, just a lot of our
Just rub it on in. Come on.
Hey man, he's just what am I supposed to say? What didn't happen?
Yeah.
I mean, what did happen? I would say the person. So you weren't on that team at all. We can definitely just talk trash about all of our own teammates.
I mean, you can. I like to go to open mat.
No, I like to go to open mat. I want him to try to kill me. I was really impressed by Joshua Daddario.
Yeah.
He probably did the best against him.
I feel like he was the only one that didn't get leg locked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is he didn't get leg locked.
Yeah.
He made him, what is it, rear naked choke?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. That's a scary one. I got rear naked choke by Matt Elkins, and I'm still thinking about that one. It's eating at me. I wake up in the middle of the night just thinking about it, and there are pictures of it, unfortunately. Yeah.
Polo exposed everyone.
Yeah.
Waldo exposed everyone, and then Egg would go talk trash about him in a blog post.
Yeah, that's about right, man. I wish Egghead would come to an open mat that I'm at. That way it could.
Hey, you heard it here first. We'll see you at open.
We'll see you at open mat. Oh man, those almost open mat Instagram posts are my
pretty good.
They're
They're pretty
so
good.
good. They're so good because it's just like random jiu-jitsu celebrities that you're just like, wait, who's that? You're like, you look at the mentions and stuff. Like, okay, that's that guy.
Speaking of groups of jiu-jitsu people,
Oh, here we go.
so the 10th Planet Eclipse, that's like the big thing they do. I think they do it at the end of the year every year. They get all the big gym heads. It's like this big, like, black belt only club top deal where it's just like 100, 10th Planet black belts all training together, having their big behind the scenes meetings. I saw the Gracie Baja earlier today on Instagram were doing their version of that, and if they weren't cult-like enough already, the name they have is Gracie Baja. What was it? Hold on, I've got it written down right here. It's the Gracie Baja Global Leaders Conference.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to ask y'all, what do y'all think? Like, how different do you think the 10th Planet Eclipse is from like the Gracie Baja Global Leaders Conference?
Pretty far.
Yeah.
I don't know. One of them is like,
How far is it from Earth to Nibiru?
yeah, exactly.
That far.
Exactly. I don't know. I thought that was real silly. Like, how much power do you think somebody can actually get from being like a big name jiu-jitsu guy?
Wait, What? Could you say that again?
Like, how much power do you think somebody can get from being like a big name jiu-jitsu guy? I mean, like, we know there's been some.
You talking about Gordon Ryan? He's probably the guy who has the most power as far as, you know.
Well, there's been like cult activity if you go to the right places. Like, you know, Lloyd Irving. I don't know if y'all know about that.
No.
Oh, well, sex cult, basically.
He turned the
jiu-jitsu to sex cult pretty fast. Pretty wild. A lot of arrests. You know, stuff like that.
It's funny how they have those cults and then they're just like, you know what? You guys shouldn't have to pay taxes. Right? They're like, you go do your cult stuff, but also you don't have to pay taxes. You ever wonder that?
I think
What's the bar to like
they're definitely paying
skirt past the tax? Yeah, the jiu-jitsu guys are definitely paying taxes.
Yeah, yeah, but they're definitely
Well,
paid.
actually, they're not because they're not making money anyways.
Yeah.
that.
Well, that's what the PGF changed, as we saw, like a bunch of people got paid before they even had to sweat, as Kamoy said. But yeah, I mean, generally, jiu-jitsu isn't notorious for having money. I mean, dude, I've maybe made $800. I know you guys say that I won like $1,000 for the Battle-Rama, but I split that with Noah Randolph. So, you know, it got taxed on top of that from the Canadian government, and I hate the Canadian government. They can see me anywhere. I will fight the Canadian government. Justin Trudeau, you suck. All right. I'm sorry, that just made me really mad. I started thinking about it, but I maybe made $800 in all from doing jiu-jitsu so far, and I've been doing it for 4 years. So you can't live off of that generally. Maybe if you're one of those black belts who are 18 years old and a black belt, sorry, and they are a black belt, you could probably get in on it, get in on some cult activities, get the money going.
But you've got to make back the $4,000 that you spent to get to where you can win these expensive tournaments.
Oh yeah, well by the time you're 18, that's your parents' money. You know, you don't have to pay that back. That's what I'm saying. You get in early.
Like Joseph Chin, just be 17 and win trials.
Or you could just be Joseph Chin, or you could be Travis Thomas. You come in as a white belt, and and I can't.
He got up there pretty efficiently, I'd say.
He spent his time efficiently. Yeah, and he's.
Big step up.
For sure. Some people are just those genetically gifted, I tell you what. I mean, he's also got a mind for it. But yeah.
Speaking of mind, you talked a lot about how you were learning this week, like how much mindset has an effect on performance.
Oh yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
So, obviously the physical aspect of combat sports is always there.
Yeah.
But you would be surprised what you can do. It's all about walking in and just thinking to yourself, I can beat this man. Because it doesn't matter how many years you've trained or how many hours you put in. If you go into a match and you don't believe in yourself as much as your opponent believes in himself, you will lose.
Okay. See, I don't know. I feel like people style people's mentality like there's not one path to the top almost. Because I've seen so many different ways people will warm up, so many different ways people prepare for so many different types of competitions.
No, but it's sort of like the same mentality, though.
I don't know, man. I feel like I've had a lot of my best matches and best performances when I feel like I was going to do the worst.
Okay.
I don't know. Because I feel like the pressure was almost off. I know you guys get super nervous for tournaments.
Maybe there are two ways to do it.
I don't really get nervous. I'm just like, I'm just going to go. And then I may not be confident, but I don't know. Well,
you've done a tournament every weekend for the last 2 years, so
yeah.
I'm sure it's just like going to training for you.
That's kind of true. I would definitely be more nervous for a PGF than I would be a Naga, and that might end up, being what gets me. But I don't think I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I just think maybe it works different for different people, and I'm really interested to hear what different people have to say.
Well, you could think of it in two ways. Of the pressure. Okay, so is the pressure going to get to you? All right. Oh, I haven't been able to train. It's whatever. I've trained in the past. I know I've got these skills. I'm still going to go in there. I'm going to give it my all, and I'm going to beat them. Or this is a lot of pressure. I'm going to be going against another guy, but I'm still going to beat him.
Yeah.
Even though the pressure is on. So there's like two ways of doing it. You could be like, oh, I've been doing cocaine this weekend. They're probably not going to win, but I'm going to give my all and I'm still going to try to beat him. His whole idea is, I'm gonna try to beat him. I believe that I can beat him. It's just whether or not you believe that you can win.
Yeah, and it was like my match with Buddha. Like when I went to the qualifier, it was the first tournament that I had done in a very, very long time.
I want to say over a year at least.
Yeah, and I was so scared going into it. And Buddha, he just got on top of me and just smothered me for the whole time. And then eventually beat me in overtime. But in the PGF, you know, I saw him walking down those stairs. And I just looked at him and I was like, I can defeat this man. And then I did. Mm-hmm. But there's no, like, I didn't get better in 2 months. And he didn't get worse in or a month or however long it was. Mm-hmm. It was literally just the new mindset that I came in there with.
Mm.
That's pretty cool.
Do you also think that, like, Buddha's, the difference in, so it was EBIOT, that's where he beats you. And then, for the PGF matches, we had just the amount of time, and if it went to a time, he just wouldn't have enough points. Do you think that he put himself in the fire more often for the points, and got his neck chopped off or his ankle chopped off?
Well, our match did go pretty quickly in the qualifier, but I mean, there is something to be said about. He got on top early in the qualifier mm-hmm. and was able to just hold me there. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I don't know. He did attack submissions and stuff.
Okay.
He had that guillotine.
So it's probably just the mindset.
Yeah, Buddha's a dog for sure.
Oh, he's strong as hell. I wish I would have had a match with him. I wanted to.
After our match, he walks up to me and goes, "That was the last time I ever compete in your weight class."
both of you guys were saying good things about each other all week. I could tell there was a lot of respect and a lot of both of you guys were talking about having a match all week. So I was like, I was pretty pumped for it.
Insane. That's awesome.
But yeah,
that's good. Whenever you can actually like be friends with somebody you're about to go against. That's something I struggled with throughout the PGF week. I was just like, man, can I be friends with Matt 5 minutes before we're about to go and trying to like hurt each other? It's like, can I be friends? It's hard. It's hard.
Well, for you, jiu-jitsu is like life and death when you go out there, and I know it is. So I can see it being more difficult. Mm-hmm. For me, I just like, I've always been a hobbyist, so
yeah.
Yeah.
What's weird about you is that you're a hobbyist, but you're also like this physical specimen. Because there are things that like nobody's taught you that you just know how to do, and it's really, really scary actually. Like I would want to see Luke not be a hobbyist and see what happens then. Like that would be insane.
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
But then you would have to change Luke, and you don't want to change Luke. You don't want to change church.
Well, the thing is, I do feel like I have a pretty good natural aptitude for sport, mm-hmm. but that's just because I've been I've been an athlete full season to season for like 10 years now.
He's just a dog.
And so I'm definitely, there's something to be said about, improving coordination and just your ability to pick up techniques quickly. Mm-hmm. But man, I've paid the price for it. My body just creaks and moans at every move I make. Man. I sound like you're stepping on bubble wrap.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'll ever really pick up the pace in jiu-jitsu and try to make a run for a world title or anything, because I'll probably fall apart before I make it there.
Yeah, I feel that just a little bit. I've been doing that at this point. Like, my neck and a few other parts of me. My 2 knee surgeries are just they're starting to catch up, and it's rough, but it's not like it's gonna stop me at this point. Yeah, I mean, at this point, jiu-jitsu's life and death for me, so I'm just gonna keep going until everything falls apart.
You got that crunchy neck.
Oh, the crunchiest neck, dude.
Yeah.
My neck has hot pockets in it. I don't know. It's just it sounds like Rice Krispies coming out, hot dude.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I take it pretty easy on the mats, and I feel pretty good.
Jackson, he's.
I'm just trying to.
Yeah, guys. Jackson is. He's sort of like a sloth. On the mat. Those sloth rash guards, he should have one, but he doesn't. And but the thing is that his positioning is so good that whenever he actually makes a choice, you're just like, oh well, this is unfortunate for me at this moment.
I'm gonna do all that like reservation, be that cautious with my body for a long time, and then go to a sumo tournament in April and get my neck broken.
Yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Just be done.
Oh my gosh, that's sort of what's already happened, just a little bit.
I don't know. I'm feeling good.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You
all
look
right.
like you're getting in shape for the sumo tournament.
Oh!
Sumo shape, dude.
Yeah. Been eating that Choco stew, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's funny. Yeah. I mean, well, what's your weight class? What are you competing at?
I asked the guy earlier today. They said they go 187 is lightweight, middleweight is 220, and then they have a 253 and a 253 and up.
So you do the 220?
I'm probably gonna do the 220 because Brett's gonna do the 187. I'm not wrestling Brett.
Yeah.
Brett would just probably snap me down into oblivion before I can do anything.
Yeah. Speaking of Brett, he did the Snake Pit Worlds, whatever it's called,
Yeah, Snake Pit Catch Wrestling Worlds
in London,
Bolton, UK.
Bolton, UK. Jesus Louises. He got silver there, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And he got himself a good old cut on the eye right before he got into the quintet.
Yeah.
And
He's fixing to go to Blue Belt Worlds in like 2 weeks.
yeah, and that's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be pretty cool.
It's
I
gonna
think
be
he's
so
got a
good.
good shot at it.
Great shot. I mean, his jiu-jitsu is perfect for that type of rule set. That rule set that makes wrestling the most important thing.
I don't think I've seen a blue belt give him a hard time
Yeah.
ever. Like even like day one.
Oh, he's my least favorite round in the gym by
Oh yeah,
far.
he messed me up last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me and him, we've mostly just been working leg locks, so he is my least favorite round.
He has been working leg locks. That's what he was telling me. He was he wanted to play guard and he wanted to work leg locks because he knows nobody's going to wrestle him at Blue Belt Worlds.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know one human at our gym who would want to wrestle him. There's only one of his friends that looks exactly like him. Just a little
Doesn't look anything like
looks very much like he's got the same build as him. It's like he just fought a mirror image of himself for a while. Maybe not a mirror image, maybe
They're not even the same color.
I know that's the idea. Anyway, so he's I'm saying is that his wrestling is great.
John's a monster.
John is a monster.
He got gold at Catch Wrestling Worlds.
Yes,
he's
he
the
did.
Catch Wrestling Worlds heavyweight champion.
Who is this guy?
His teammate in college from wrestling, and he trains up at One Nation. And,
What's his last name?
Oliveri or something. They call him the Dancing Bear, which is the greatest nickname I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
There you go.
Dancing Bear.
I just really wanted to see if Jackson knew his last name. Jackson knows
Like,
everybody's name all the
Oliveri.
time,
I don't
everywhere.
know how to. I haven't heard it, so it's not in there.
Oh, okay. All right.
I've just heard John. But it starts with OLV.
I get you. But
Y'all seen those clips of Tony Ferguson training with David Goggins for his next fight?
unfortunately, yes.
They need to chain that guy to a wall so he stops fighting. I mean, who is letting this guy sign contracts?
They need to waterboard him or something.
We're going to see a man die in the ring, and it could be his opponent. I mean, it's Tony Ferguson, but it'll probably be him.
Yeah.
It'll be.
He's fighting Patty.
Oh no!
Patty Pimblett.
To make things worse. What if Patty it's like a really hard fight and it goes to Tony Ferguson? That would be insane. Tony, do you think he'd stop then? Or do you think he'd just keep going?
Tony's not going to stop until somebody stops him. He's going to end up like, what's his name? He's the older guy. He was a UFC champ at one point, but now he looks terrible, and he's having ambulance rides every other day. And he's on Instagram like doing all these crazy hard workouts, talking about making a comeback.
I don't know.
I think it's is it Mark Coleman?
Mark Coleman, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
He's the old guy who used to be gigantic. You talking about that guy?
Looks terrible right now.
He looked like
never seen anything.
one of the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure
It
guys,
makes me
but
so
real.
sad.
That's basically what he is.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, dude, Mark Coleman looks awful.
Oh,
Talking about making a comeback.
Oh, man.
I feel so bad for him.
You'll have to edit that in to the pod that way
Like,
everybody can see.
Yeah, okay. Send that.
Like, he's
send that to me
had
right now.
Multiple like ambulance rides in the last couple months because he'll just
Perfect.
be out there training so hard. Just, I hate to see it.
Yeah.
Ugh. There's no explosive movement going on, guys.
That's the only place Tony's headed.
Yeah. And I bet Dana is chomping at the bit to parade that man's bloated corpse around the octagon one more time.
One more time.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna make so much money.
I'm taking over for Sawyer. No, never mind. He's back. All right.
Oh. But yeah, dude, Mark Coleman looks awful, and Tony seems like he's just heading to that same dark, desolate place.
I think he went to that place whenever the police were called on him by his wife.
Yeah.
He's been there a little while.
Do you think that we could just send Tony in after his next 5 times getting knocked out? We could just send him in brainless, and his muscles will remember how to fight.
Like one of them frogs.
Like without his head?
Yeah, yeah.
Like a chicken
That's
without...
probably how he's going to go out. Like he'll just keep throwing himself at the wall and never break through.
It's funny how these people, they wanna go and fight in a cage, but they don't want to fight in real life with like. Well, I mean, they are fighting in real life, but you know what I mean. Going to they don't want to go to war. Nobody wants to go to war, but everybody wants to fight MMA.
Yeah.
That's how I'm like seeing people recently. Maybe everyone wants to go to war. Maybe it's just our circles. But yeah, I mean, nobody wants to, anyway, that was just a...
Are you challenging these people to throw down?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. That distracted me.
Are you doing MMA at some point?
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Probably, yeah. I'd love to do
I've
it.
asked you, I've
Let me ask
gotten
you
a
this.
definitely not or a definitely.
Why?
Why not?
Why are you doing MMA?
Because it's cool and I like it.
There you go.
There you go. Why wouldn't I do it?
Because
I have water issues. So if I would want to cut 20 pounds of water, I might die because I have really hard rehydration issues. As soon as I lose water, it takes me a long time to get it back in. I go into I've got a few medical things like that. You know, it's that can be life threatening. So it could go wrong. It could go right. I don't know. I've been trying. I've tried water cuts before, and they work for maybe 10, 15 pounds. But if I go farther than that, then it just becomes not worth it.
You should talk to Carson Thigpen. I think he said he works with somebody who does some type of rehydration.
I should go to Carson Thigpen.
I think he was telling me about somebody that does rehydration. Like I'm just wondering if maybe you could see a hydration specialist, like a sports hydration specialist.
That would be interesting.
Somebody out there somewhere is making some money.
Maybe not Carson.
Problems.
Probably.
I think it's his girlfriend that does the IVs and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Well, good for her, I guess.
I love you, Carson Thigpen. You're my boy. I don't know why they're laughing.
Well, I think we all know why we're laughing. I think we all have a good idea of why we're laughing. Carson Thigpen, you're a cool dude whenever I'm in front of you, but then you left the PGF. We miss you. We wanted to see more of you. Now, it did help me. So I was really, because I got to jump into the PGF because you left. But so I was really happy about it. But everybody else was like, "What the heck? Why do you leave?" And and we heard that you just need to get back in the lab and train some more. I guess you'll be back at a later point. But hey,
everybody was ready to crucify handsome Kevin for his spa day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So everybody was perfectly fine with Mike. They were in the chat. He brought that up. How I can't have a spa day, but Sawyer can. But it's like, I don't know. It sort of just beat it off my back.
I'll say this: every time I've gone to compete, Carson's always there, and I'm always looking out for him because I know he's definitely dangerous enough to where I have my eyes on him. Am I gonna see that guy in my bracket today? I'm worried.
He's like an alligator.
I would really like to have a match with him, but he's definitely somebody that I respect, technically.
Oh yeah,
and as a person,
not technically.
You know what I mean. I respect his game.
Yeah,
yeah.
I know he can break my.
What are your thoughts, Luke?
My thoughts are I don't know if he watches this. But if he does, I'm sorry. I wasn't making fun of you. Sawyer was.
Yeah.
I'm also pushing it on Sawyer. This is all Sawyer.
And if you've got a problem with it, come do something about it.
Oh,
If you've got a problem with
seeing
him,
PGF season
y'all can
7.
handle it. I'll stay out of it.
Yeah.
You got a problem with me? Yeah, dude. We'll get on the
I would
battlefield.
love to have a match with
We'll
him.
duke it out.
Respectfully, I think it would be.
Yeah,
be a lot of
I'd like
fun.
to see a match with you and him. I feel
We've
like
been in the same bracket a
be
bunch, but
interesting.
every time I've ended up like losing before I get to fight him, and he's ended up winning the whole thing. So I can't say anything, until we get to run it. But
Everything's got
He's getting this whole segment. He's getting a whole segment on the pod, I guess.
yeah. Unless I cut it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what's up. But what else? What's going on?
What's going on?
I'd like to
besides
change.
this mustache man.
Besides this dude.
anybody else we want to talk crap about or
Talk. Yeah.
any other
Brett
names?
Clark is a coward.
Yeah.
He'd never come on a podcast
Because he's too
like this.
he's too good. Yeah. He's too good to be on this podcast. He's Snake Pit World's silver medalist.
podium alumni.
Oh yeah. He's about to win Blue Belt Worlds. So
Yeah, and then we're gonna go do this sumo comp together,
I mean,
and then I think he's gonna go to West Coast Trials.
yeah.
Warpath.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, looking for all the hats.
Path of destruction. I tell you what.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it's just been regular for me. Getting back to just training a lot.
Yeah.
What about you guys? You guys just been
We've been skating.
we've been training. You guys have been skating.
Yeah. We have been skating a single time. Yes.
I've been
Yeah.
several times.
Yeah.
You've been with me once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, like, skating is so fun to me that I'm ready to get out there and just lay my whole body on the line.
It's life and death for you.
Like, I was doing, like, it was my first time on a board in like 6 months, and I was just doing the sketchiest stuff. And I need to dial it back a little bit, but I've just got that need for speed, dude. I can't handle it.
I feel that.
I'm ready to go back today.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, that's probably what they're doing after this. I tell you what. But whoa. I'm a little afraid for Jackson though. It might derail.
I'm too soft for it.
Nah. Well, I mean, you fell and busted your butt that one time.
I did. I hurt my tailbone, but
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Yeah. You're over it.
Yeah.
Back, willing to get hurt again.
Yeah.
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 That's how I feel about relationships and jiu-jitsu.
I'm over it, but I'm ready.
Willing to get hurt again once again.
Yeah.
Oh, ladies.
Yeah. If you
Oh
want
my
a mentally
God.
unstable man in your life,
Oh,
here
He is Knuff.
Dude.
Yeah.
You know it. You can just see my hair and understand that I've got some mental faculties that need work. But I don't know. I like to have fun. Check me out, Nogi neighbors.
I like to have fun. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Anyway,
Yeah.
that was a great movie. Did you watch that movie?
I have not. I have not seen it.
Yeah. Well, I understand. Jackson, you haven't watched it?
No.
Man.
I am literally Ryan Gosling, though.
Yeah.
Well,
He's literally me.
Yeah.
We are all Ryan Gosling sitting here today. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like 40. He recently had his birthday this past month.
Hey, drinking that blood or whatever they do in LA, that'll keep you looking young.
Oh yeah. Children.
Yeah.
Child blood. Tiger blood. Child tiger blood.
Yeah.
Cub. It's a cub.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound as good.
So y'all have any tournaments, goals, anything big coming up on the horizon that you're looking to? Any hills you're looking to conquer?
Submission challenge in Tennessee in December. That's what I'm looking at. But
Is it submission only?
yeah.
Yep, EBI.
I know there was that.
Sarah?
She did this. She did this.
There's a quintet December 2nd.
Oh.
Wait,
I
what?
told Brett's team fell through, and I told him that if he tried to put together another team, I would do it.
Okay.
Or I didn't say I would do it. I said, tell me if you're putting together another team.
I know I know that I heard Nick, I think it's 3v3s is what it is.
Yeah.
But I heard Nick, maybe like Matt Elkins and somebody else were going to do a team.
Okay.
That'd be cool and interesting.
We could build our own team with this podcast alone.
We could.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think we're making weight.
And whose fault is that? That's funny. That's hilarious. But I know that Chelsea Spurlin might be jumping on that as well.
Yeah, I saw her, Rachel, and Kaya were talking about bringing a team.
That's a
Yeah.
good team.
Decimating anyone else that thinks about showing up.
Yeah.
That is a good team.
Oh, yeah. For
Where's
sure.
this at? Is this the Nashville scene?
I have no idea where it is.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
I thought you knew all of this.
Everybody.
But yeah.
Could be in Birmingham.
News to me.
Yeah.
to me.
But
Glasgow.
who knows? They might have a female Buring.
What about the fight? What about the MMA guys? We got any fights coming up?
We recently just had a bunch of fights actually.
Yeah. Talk about that.
I don't know all the specifics of everybody's fights. I recently watched Dylan
Booker.
Yeah, Dylan Booker's recent one, and he won with a rear naked choke, and it was so hilarious. Afterwards, they both hit the double emote of putting their face on the ground and just being happy that it ended, because it was an action packed fight. It was so cool. So
Mr. Scrivener got another win, didn't he?
Scrivener got another win.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fun to watch.
Scriv's doing great things.
Justin Jamar's got a fight coming up in Chattanooga.
Oh,
If it wasn't in Chattanooga, I might still go see it.
I mean, hey, you
the
could
sniper.
Yeah.
you could go to Chattanooga early, go to the aquarium, and then go to the fight.
I've been to so many aquariums. I need to find another thing to do when I go to big towns.
Have you ever been to the zoo?
I haven't been to the Chattanooga Zoo.
There you go.
Good call.
Change it up. It's just like an aquarium, but on land.
Yes. Well, most zoos have aquariums. I feel like.
True.
Yeah. So it's like an aquarium, but there is an aquarium also.
Yeah.
Kyle's fighting February.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That'll be like his 4th, 5th fight.
Yeah.
Be awesome.
When are the big boys getting back out there? Travis and Christian. I want to see those guys duke it out.
Not sure. Travis has been jumping more into the jiu-jitsu world.
Yeah. Well, he's been super active, just not fighting.
Yeah, he's trying to drum
Or
up.
Kaya. I'd like to see Kaya throw down.
Yeah. Travis is jumping into the jiu-jitsu world, I think, more headlong because he's trying to drum up some more competition in the MMA world.
Okay.
He wants more people to want to fight him.
So,
It's really hard to get him a fight.
Trying to build a name in jiu-jitsu so that he'll have a name people want to go fight.
Yeah. Well, his next fight will be a pro fight. So
Yeah.
probably trying to take a good step in. Have a couple sponsors.
Yeah. But your job as a fighter is to fight the worst guy with the biggest name every fight.
The
until you
worst
get to the
guy
top.
with the biggest.
Or
Well, hey,
the best matchup with the biggest name.
yeah, Patty
every
Pimblett's
single
doing a good job.
Yeah, dude.
He's doing a
dude.
great
Go
job.
find some withered corpse of a Tony Ferguson and
Eat.
use it as a step stool
Mm-hmm.
to go fight some other withered corpse until you've actually got to fight somebody really, competitive. But not that I don't believe in Tony. Tony's fixing to go become double champ again. It's coming.
No.
Man.
But
Yeah, I mean, we would all love to see that. Tony Ferguson was really awesome, but he just so happens to have had a baby that's not his baby and is Brazilian. What's his name?
Charles Oliveira.
Charles Oliveira. He's the same thing.
He's the Naruto reincarnation of Tony.
He's the brother from another mother,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but is also a son.
Tony Shippuden.
Wrap it up, or we can get into. We can wrap it up.
Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. All right, that's been another Nogi Neighbors. Thank you for being with us. What do you have to say to the people?
Back to
You want to hear from our sponsors?
Oh yeah, our sponsors. Alex, I'm sorry. We got X Marshall, dude.
Sawyer's sponsor.
Dude, I talked to the X Marshall people when we were doing the PGF. They were ridiculously awesome, and they're really, really down for it.
They make cool gear.
I think, yep, they make cool gear. I think the founder's really going to start getting into some competition. He's going to try to go to ADCC in the future.
He's pulling double duty, so he's competing and sponsoring.
You know it, man. He's doing everything. They're going around the country just in a van, or not a van, in a camper. They're just trying to find the strongest people to go and beat people up and leave. You know what I mean? So, which sounds like the life to me. But and they also make some really, really awesome gear. He was really in. I believe the founder was really, really into Muay Thai, And so they have a bunch of good
So
Muay
is he
Thai shorts.
competing in just jiu-jitsu?
Just
or
jiu-jitsu,
and
just
Muay Thai?
jiu-jitsu. I think he competed in Muay Thai, but I think he's really got the jiu-jitsu bug. So that's his love, that's his life. I mean, same.
Yeah.
So, they make really good shorts. They make really good rash guards. Check them out. Alrighty. Bye.